Hi, my friends. Welcome back. It is time to read Chapter 3 of Blitz because I have some time. Super excited. Please let me know if you guys have been enjoying the series. It's been a lot of work. Book 2 is still under work. But yeah, let's read Chapter 3 of Book 1 of Blitz. Chapter 3, Faster Than Fear. I can't believe it. I'm actually standing in Area 51. But I can't just move here. I have a house and a life. I am working on things. Agent Jur just gave me a small chuckle. Son, you don't have to move here. Heroes have their own houses and secret bases. This is just where the team meets for team battles and meetings and giant level threats. My agents also operate here. Some heroes aren't even part of the Sentinel Society. They still work with us from time to time. We want you to join this to become the greatest hero to ever live. You have that potential, writer. What do you say? He asked with a smile. I shook his hand. I would love this opportunity. Yes, please. I was so excited. Well then, officially welcome to the Sentinel Society. He then handed me a small chip. I placed it in my ear. With this, you can contact Mere Gatespire at any time. You can also listen in for crime and hacks into police scanners. He explained. Gatespire then looked at me. The suit you are wearing looks like it belonged to a hero I knew as Obsidian. Where did you get it? He asked, pointing to my mask. He was my grandfather. He gave it to me. He then smiled and put a hand on my shoulder before smiling. Fitting, he would be proud. Go ahead and head home. Please listen in for crime, and welcome to the team. So I took off running in a purple blur down the hallway of Area 51. I guess I am learning what it takes to be a hero. By the time I got home, it was late at night. I had my cook make me dinner. He made some homemade enchilada casserole with green sauce. After that, I went to my bathroom and brushed my teeth. I finally went to bed. As I was laying down, I was thinking of everything that had happened. Eventually, my thoughts caught up to me and I fell asleep. The next morning was a blur, to say the least. When I woke up, I did my hair, got in a suit and tux, grabbed my backpack. After that, I headed downstairs. Excuse me. After breakfast, the butler Carl Milton came up to me and told me I had a visitor. I walked to the front door to where Victor Carter was standing. Victor! What are you doing here? He smiled with a chuckle, while he reached out his hand for a handshake. I brought some equipment in a couple trucks to build the portal. Some of my most trusted men and scientists are here to help, only ones I trust. I shook his hand. That's awesome. Thanks for doing this again. I really appreciate it. I have to head out to visit the company building. I'm going to do a little patrol after that. And then finally, I will be attending a work event at the building where we will be having food and an auction. We will also showcase new inventions through the company. You should come. It would be fun. His hand then rested on my shoulder. It's my pleasure, writer. I'll be sure to be there. Now, please enjoy the day, my friend. I went to the family garage and got in a 2018 black and blue Bugatti DeVio. I then hit the gas, speeding towards town. I pulled up to the sidewalk in front of the company building. I got out and I was immediately surrounded by cameras and paparazzi. I got into the building as fast as I could. Phew, that was hectic. I was in the lobby when I noticed my best friend Catherine. She was at the front desk and seemed a little frustrated. She was yelling at Barbara, my desk associate. She demanded to see me. I decided to walk over to resolve the issue. Hey, Cat, what's up? She started to stomp towards me. Where in the hell have you been? I have been looking for you everywhere. We used to hang out every day, and now you seem like you don't care about me anymore. You and Victor. I miss you guys. I have texted you, I've called you with no answers. Now I feel a little bad. I remembered the words of my grandpa, you can't tell anyone your secret identity. And not as much. Well, are you going to answer me? I looked down. I'm sorry, I can't tell you what's going on. Now she was tearing up. Really? Wow. Thanks for being a best friend. Goodbye, Ryder. She then walked out of the building. I just sighed. One day she would understand. I got in the elevator and headed for the main floor where my office was located. After sitting at my desk, I noticed the papers were unorganized, so I used my super speed to organize my office extremely quickly. I then started on some paperwork. I wanted to make sure everything was ready for the event tonight. Then I went up a few floors to have a quick meeting with the board for the event. After the meeting, it was finally time for patrol. Then the radio in my ear went off. It said, "Attention all units, we have a robbery at Frank's Jewelry downtown, West Main Street." After the radio, I got a call from Gatespire. "Can you handle the robbery, kid?" "Yeah, I got it." I then ran straight for the jewelry store. When I got there, the whole thing was covered with water. No, not again. This guy. I walked into the main room and saw Hydro Knight. He had some new gauntlets that were pretty advanced. "Hey, buddy, what's with the upgrade?" He looked at me and smirked. Well, look at who it is. Bow before your new king, the Hydro Knight." I just burst out laughing. "Buddy, I don't know how you think this works. The bad guy always goes to jail. Doesn't always win." Right as I was about to run and get him, he grabbed a hostage and put the hose to her neck. "Don't come near me, or she will be hit with a jet hose powerful enough to take her neck off," he sneered. "Okay, what is with those upgraded hoses?" He just smirked. "I got them from a very special employer." "Okay, just calm down." I started to walk back away at this point in the situation. Before I could react, he raised his arm, and I was hit with a jolt of jet-powered pressure water. I took off running out of the jewelry store, and I ran a couple of blocks and immediately radioed Gatespire. "Guys, he has an upgrade. It's enhanced." "I don't know where he got it." I started panting, and my heart started beating. Gatespire then responded, "Wait for backup, kid." I started breathing heavily, and then I calmed myself and breathed a couple times more. "No, I got it. I can do this." "Kid, wait, that's an order." I couldn't wait. I had to save the hostages, so I was trying to think of a way to counter his jet spray while still saving the hostages. I ran in there and threw a piece of brick at his head, knocking him out. The hostage ran and hugged a little girl. "It's okay, Mama's here," she whispered to the girl, still crying. I smiled. I told them it would be fine, and the mom mouthed thank you to me. The police showed up, and I grabbed Hydro Knight to take him to Area 51. When I arrived, I went into the main room with all the computers, and all the agents in the main room started clapping and cheering for me. They all stood up and praised me. I simply smiled and looked around the room. I did it. I saved a family. Gatespire was right behind me. "Sir, I know I messed up. I disobeyed direct orders and didn't wait for backup. But he had a hostage, and I couldn't wait for him to just hurt her. I am turning myself in for disciplinary action." He smiled at me. "That won't be necessary, kid." "Can I ask you something?" I nodded. "Of course." "Kid, do you know what makes a hero?" I shook my head. "Isn't it saving people for the glory?" And I chuckled a little bit, being sarcastic. He smiled and chuckled. "What makes a hero is the will to put someone's life above your own, even in a pressured situation, when they are in need. Good job today, kid. You made us all proud." I smiled. "Go home and get some rest." I then ran off, yelling from happiness throughout the desert of Nevada. At home, I was on Facebook and I saw a post about the new hero Blitz. It had a picture of the purple blur running through the city, and it was made by Catherine. The post said, "I'm guessing you all have heard of the new hero Blitz. He goes by the name of Blitz. We have all noticed the rush of purple energy, purple power This man is a hero. This is exactly what the city needs. This is a hero who is willing to fight for this city, willing to fight for our world. This city needs a symbol, something to give them hope. It needs the Blitz. Especially in a time like this where the villains and criminals believe they can run this town. People have lost their freedom, and their money, their lives, and their hope in heroes. I can't wait for this hero to get rid of all the crime that has stained my city. So if you're reading this on behalf of Dorian Crest, I would like to say thank you, Blitz. After reading the post, I sighed to myself and smiled. The post had received over 40,000 likes. That's awesome. It also had 8,000 comments. I decided to make an anonymous Facebook account to hide my main profile account. It would be named Blitz. My profile picture is a photo of me in my suit. I then looked at her post up and commented my own message on it as Blitz. It said, "I hear you have been writing about me. Thanks, I appreciate the love for this city and the people in it. Maybe we could meet up sometime so I could personally thank you. And yes, if you had not guessed, this is Blitz." After sending the post, I decided to get some sleep. I had a pretty weird dream. I was back on the space shuttle. Next to me was my old friend John Brown. We were sucked into space, into the black hole like last time, only he survived with me. He looked different. He was wearing a red and dark blue suit with a rock-like mask and lime green accents. He kept screaming, "You did this to me." It was super weird, and I woke up panting and sweating. Then, I heard a voice in my head, "Watch your back, old friend." After that dream, only one name kept repeating in my head, Astrophase. Could John really have survived and become a villain named Astrophase? No, there's no way. I went to get dressed, and after I opened up my laptop to check Facebook, I realized I was still signed into the Blitz account. Right as I went to log out, a notification popped up. I had 2,291 replies on the comment I made last night. Catherine privately chatted with me and said, "Oh my god, Blitz? Are you serious? You actually want to meet up and you messaged me? Let's meet tonight. Emma's Coffee. I will be on the roof waiting around 4:30. I smiled to myself and got in my car. I headed for the company first. There, we had more company meetings, and I ate lunch with Victor. It was a very slow day. It was finally 4:25, so I grabbed a voice changer for my suit and headed for the coffee shop. When I got there, sure enough, there she was. She was shocked to see me. "Blitz? Hi. Thanks for the comments on Facebook. I'm flattered, but if you keep writing about me, the villains I take down will come for you. It's not safe. I need you to stop writing for me." I said in an extremely low voice using the voice changer. She was dumbfounded. "Fine, no more writing, but who are you really?" I walked backwards a few steps. "I can't say. It's safer that way." I then ran away towards home. When I got there, I jumped on Facebook to see if she had made another post, but there was nothing, so I just went to bed. Guys, that is Chapter 3. Chapter 4 is called Chapter 4, Not What He Seems. No spoilers, but there may be a couple backstabs in the future. Thank you guys for listening. I appreciate it. Keep the Blitz content going. Animating is going to take a long time to even get episode 1 out, so don't expect that in the future, but it will come out eventually. I appreciate all the support, and goodbye, guys.